I was elbow deep in a hay bale, trying to calm a laboring heifer when the barking hit me. Sharp, high-pitched, and far too close. Then came the hooves. I turned just in time to see a golden blur weaving between the cows, sending the entire herd into a panicked stampede through my back pasture. One of them, Daisy, our gentlest and smallest, slipped in the mud and let out a cry that cracked something deep in my chest. That dog wasn't just playing, and the woman hollering after him from the fence line? She was laughing. That was the day Lydia Prescott introduced herself to the ranch. No knock, no wave, just her oversized golden retriever let off leash and unleashed on my livestock. I didn't know what she expected to find out here in the middle of nowhere. Wine tastings? Goat yoga? But she wasn't prepared for what she got. And I certainly wasn't prepared for her. Lydia had just moved into the old McAllister place, down the dirt road. A few acres away, but close enough that I could see her absurd solar-powered flamingos blinking at night. California plates. Bumper sticker, dog mom and CEO. Her truck was pristine. Her attitude wasn't that I met her officially the next morning while I was mending the fence Baxter had helped wreck. She rolled up in a gleaming white SUV, window humming down, smile too bright. "Morning," she chirped. "You must be the cowboy next door." "Morning," I said, eyes shifting to her oversized retriever hanging his tongue out the window. "Guess that makes you the one who let your dog chase my cattle yesterday." She blinked, not used to being called out. "Oh, Baxter was just playing. Your cows looked like they needed the exercise." I bit the inside of my cheek. One's pregnant and limping. This isn't a game. It's livestock harassment. That's a crime out here. Her smile twisted into offense. "A crime? Come on. He didn't bite one. You're really upset over a few moo cows." I gave her a long stare before turning back to the fence. "There's a leash law, even here. Sheriff doesn't take kindly to dogs harassing livestock." She scoffed. "I know my rights. This is America. Dogs should run free." I wanted to tell her freedom doesn't include trampling pregnant heifers. But people like Lydia don't hear words. They wait to talk. Things were quiet for a few days. Then, like clockwork, it happened again. I was mucking the pens when I heard the familiar bark. Baxter was tearing through the north pasture like he was chasing a ham on legs. The cows scattered. This time, I had my phone. I recorded a few seconds before whistling and waving, trying to steer him off that he didn't listen. Lydia jogged over in yoga pants and a neon hoodie, acting like she was out for brunch, not crisis management. "He's just so energetic," she laughed. "He loves making friends." "These aren't friends," I snapped. "They're 1,000-pound animals with babies on the way." "Lighten up," she rolled her eyes. "I didn't move here to be policed by cowboys." That evening, I filed a report with the county and set up trail cams. I sent a warning letter and a copy of the livestock statute to her mailbox. She responded with a note on my truck. "Don't be such a drama cowboy." Every time I fixed a fence, she tore another. Baxter wasn't mean, just wild, untrained, and in the wrong place. Then came the breaking point. It was Sunday. Cloudy. Quiet. I was checking on Daisy when I saw the gate to the north pasture swinging open. The chain undone. Before I could move, I heard barking. Baxter came barreling in, straight toward Daisy. I sprinted. Yelled. Threw a rake. Nothing worked. I tackled him. Mud flying. Collar gripped. For a second, I saw panic in his eyes. Not malice. Just confusion. Lydia came running, late as usual. "What are you doing? You can't touch my dog. He was about to kill my cow." I warned. "This is livestock harassment. Next time, it's not just a ticket. It's seizure." For once, she was silent. The next morning, I found a note taped to my gate. Red paw print sticker. Bubbly handwriting. "Let's be neighborly. Maybe keep your cows out of my dog's play space." I laughed, then burned it. I reinforced the fence. Checked the cams. Filed another complaint. Called Sheriff Dalton. He said, "I'll be there tomorrow." Sheriff Dalton is a man carved from rock. Doesn't talk fast. Doesn't move fast. But every word counts. We'd known each other since grade school. He showed up next morning. Took one look around. "Heard you've got dog trouble." "You could say that," I said, handing him photos, complaints, vet bills, And Lydia's note, she home? No idea. But she shows up when she thinks she's being wronged. Right on cue, her SUV rolled up. She stepped out, all fake sunshine. Oh, Sheriff, everything okay? Dalton nodded. Got a couple complaints. Figured I'd look into it. My dog has anxiety. He needs space to roam, she said. Got him licensed? Dalton asked. She blinked. I didn't think that was required. It is. Rabies cert. I think so. You either do or you don't. But this is about livestock harassment. That's a misdemeanor. Misdemeanor? You serious? This is your official warning. One more report, and it's a citation. 3 citations? County court. She sputtered. My cousin's a lawyer. Good, Dalton said. You'll want help reading the statutes. She glared at me. You think dragging this out is smart? Not looking for enemies, I said. Just trying to keep my cows alive. Next day, she sent an email. A PDF titled Bovine Emotional Response and Canine Synergy. Highlighted sections claimed Baxter was a healer. I printed it, tacked it to my barn. Local comedy that I reinforced everything. New cameras. More reports. Because I knew it wasn't over. The ground was soft from last night's rain. As I walked the fence line, I saw it again. Open gate. Muddy prints. Golden fur. Baxter was already deep in the pasture. Barking. Herd scattering. Daisy limping. Another young heifer trapped. Slipped. I vaulted the fence, rope ready. Threw it. Got him on the first toss. Then Lydia shrieked. What are you doing to my dog? Saving my cows, I said. And building your 4th offense. You can't prove it, she yelled. Tire tracks. Fence damage. Same SUV. Same dog. Same story, I said. She threatened court. Your dog's lucky he didn't get shot, I said. Sheriff Dalton rolled up minutes later. Took it all in. Quiet. Then, got it on video. I handed him my phone. He watched. Nodded. Lydia Prescott, you're cited for livestock harassment, trespass, and failure to control a domestic animal. 3rd recorded offense. County court. He assaulted my dog, she cried. He roped your dog off an injured cow. Most would have used a rifle. Animal control came that afternoon. Baxter was ordered leashed, muzzled, fenced in. One more strike? Seizure point. 3 weeks later, I sat in court. Binder thick with evidence. Lydia and her cousin, a traffic lawyer from Phoenix, across the room. She whispered in panic. He looked unprepared. Judge Marlene Withers, known for goat advocacy, entered with no patience. Lydia spoke first. Tears failed to fall. Her cousin tried legal jargon, called cattle large rural pets. I stood, calm, delivered facts, photos, bills, videos, notes, emails, even the one about canine therapy. Judge Withers listened, nodded, then ruled. Lydia Prescott, you are guilty of trespass, failure to contain an animal, and livestock harassment. Your suit is dismissed with prejudice. She blinked. Cousin deflated. You owe $2,137.89 in vet bills, $318 in property damage. Baxter must be leashed, muzzled, and your property fenced within 30 days, or he will be seized. No further contact with Mr. Coulter. Court dismissed. Outside, Dalton said, well, that went smoother than expected. Didn't even raise my voice. I said. 2 weeks later, a for sale sign went up in front of Lydia's house. One with a QR code. A few days after that, a moving truck. She left the same way she came, with noise, ego, and pink flamingos. Baxter sat in the passenger seat, panting like nothing happened. Daisy healed. The young heifer too. The herd settled. Peace returned. Turns out, some folks are just allergic to accountability. A month later, a realtor friend told me Lydia moved to a gated community with an HOA that banned dogs over 20 pounds. Baxter wasn't going to like that. But me? I had my land back, my herd, my quiet, and a stack of paperwork that had never felt so satisfying.